Arsenal is going to be taking on a club known as Man City tomorrow at the Etihad. And this is really going to be a very big game decider in here onto the Rokani Media Football. And I want to let you know that it's really going to be one of the hardest games that Arsenal's ever going to face, because City looks like they are really in a prime form, and everything that City touches ends up turning into gold. So smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name, and hope you guys are really having pure fun wherever you are, and continue to subscribe to our channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, the side of Arsenal are obviously going to be taking on City, and City comes into this game of football knowing that they are 6 points ahead of a club known as Arsenal. Sorry, behind Arsenal. That is it. That's what City is. Because the Premier League table has seen Arsenal go ahead to be having one game ahead of City. Arsenal at 70 points, City is at 64 points, and that is really going to be a very huge game. If City goes ahead to beat Arsenal, they'll be at 67 points, and they'll be 6 points behind us. There will be 3 points behind Arsenal, meaning that if they win their game in hand, obviously City will find themselves in a position of really leveling up on Arsenal, and I think City is going to hit to score more goals than a club known as Arsenal. That is it. So Arsenal need to pull up their socks in the particular game of football to see that everything really comes on as planned. For City, don't expect Ruben Diaz to be available. Jesco Vadio is another one who is out of this encounter, and there is someone else who is out, and he goes by names of John Stones, is also out of that game. Nico O'Reilly, who never ended the game between Chelsea and Man City, has been confirmed fully fit for this encounter, and the rest of the players are viable to take on a team known as Arsenal into the mix. So the manager of Man City is expected to name a very tough starting 11 at Etihad, a stadium that capacity has 53,400 in there for you. Now, in goal, we expect a man known as Donnarumma to come in through and obviously do the needful into this particular encounter. No doubt about him, and he'll come up and obviously put out a very, 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 very huge fight for his position in there for you. Then from there, you'll obviously have the right back. I think Nunes will come in through and obviously bless himself in that position to obviously play against Arsenal as a right back in there. For the left back, there is Nico O'Reilly, who performed really well and has been performing really well. And I think even scored against Chelsea, if at all I'm not mistaken. I think he scored, is it the second goal in there? That is Nico O'Reilly. He scored the opening goal with a header in there. And he'll come up ahead of Arthur Nori. And it shows you how talented Nico O'Reilly is, because Arthur Nori, by the time he was at Wolves, he was one of the best left backs in the league. But he went at City, and Nico O'Reilly has gone ahead to obviously edge him in that position, and he is the player who plays in that position. Now, left-sided centre-back, without Jesco Vadio, that means you're left with two options. One, Nathan Ake. Two, you are left with another player called Jesco Vadio, not Jesco Vadio, Mark Gehi. And obviously, Mark Gehi, another goal scorer against Chelsea, will show up into that particular position. Right-sided centre-back. I tell you, right-sided centre-back. They do have Kusanov because John Stones is away. And who else do they have who can play the right-sided centre-back? I think they're only left with Kusanov, who can come with the needful, because Ruben Diaz and Ruben Diaz and what's the name of the guy? Ruben Diaz and John Stones are really injured, so they cannot make it in the particular encounter. We head to the midfield. obviously, Rodri will come and patrol that midfield and really shield that back four in a role that he has gone ahead to do for a very long period of time possible. You understand? That is Rodri for you. Alongside who? I think it will be Bernardo Silva, to come in through and play as that number 8 position. And that means Reinders and Nico Kovacic and Nico Gonzalez. Reinders will obviously play off the bench. Then from there, we head to the number 10 position. Phil Foden is really looking out of form, and the manager doesn't even consider him to get into his starting 11. Most games, not even making it off the bench to feature into the City games. And that means that we do have a guy called Ryan Cherki, who will obviously come up and obviously do the needful. And Arsenal really have something to obviously show to Cherki, because Cherki is the same man that went ahead to dribble. You remember? Showboating, you can call it showboating, that is what he really did. To me, Arsenal will come in through and they're like, all right, you did that, you won the Carabao Cup, but we're here for business and we're obviously gonna haunt you and hurt you. That is Arsenal for you. So from there, we head to the right forward. Very many players at Man City can play as right forwards, and Bernardo Silva is excluded because he's already included in the team. We head to what we call the other players who can really compete outside there very well. Savinho, Anton Semenyo, Phil Foden, those three, and I think it is none other than Semenyo who will come up and obviously play into that particular encounter. According to me, it will be Semenyo. We get to the left back, the left forward. You can have Doku. There is Doku, and the other player is called who? After Doku. The other player is called Savinho, can also be played there, or Mama Mosh can also be played there, but you will not eat that. Pep will start Patrick Doku into that particular position. Leading the line, Omar Mamosh or Erling Haaland, it will be Erling Haaland, because the manager really believes that the only way he can obviously get back to pure form is throwing him into games. However much he has obviously gone ahead to take long without scoring any goal. So that is my probable starting 11 for the side of City as they prepare to take on a club known as Arsenal. I don't know what your thoughts are about this, but I've gone ahead to drop this in early enough, and I tell you this, it will end by the day of Sunday. That is it, because we'll now know what is the perfect position in which they are. City has rested for the full week. Arsenal in midweek went ahead to play 90 minutes against Sporting Lisbon. They are into the Champions League semi-finals, and the manager of Arsenal had all the rights to brag that that's why they are the only English side left in the tournament in there for you. And I think all teams left in this tournament are from different leagues. You talk of PSG, they are from France. You talk of Bayern Munich, they are from Germany. You talk of Atletico Madrid, they are from Spain. And you talk about Arsenal, they are from England. So the top 4 leagues are representing to the fullest. And they are really doing the needful to see to it that all really goes on well as planned. So my prediction is going to be given in the video coming up after this. And it's going to be what we call the match preview of Arsenal versus Man City. This is the probable starting 11 for the side of City, because I might not obviously come and obviously show it to you in the other video, but here it's a full video for City. But you can as well go into the comment section and let me know what your predictions are about this particular encounter. Rokani David remains my name. First video of the day is yet to come, and please keep it the Rokani Media Football, and we love you all. Continue to subscribe, because you know what we want to hit. We want to hit 30,000 subscribers onto this beautiful channel of ours. And guys, I love you all, and just do the needful, and don't fail to watch a video on Rokani Media Football on a daily, because that's what we do best here.